Hello again. Welcome back to another night. Hope everyone is having a good Monday. Yeah, Monday. I had to think about. I was like, what is today? Today's one that. What's that one day? So tonight I actually wanted to discuss. I recently discovered a show that just came out on Netflix called Altered Carbon. I know I looked into it. I guess there's a book series about it. I actually probably am gonna try and read the book series when I get a chance, but I just wanted to maybe do a little review on it, if that's okay with you guys. So I don't know if you guys are into the sci-fi, the fantasy level, but Altered Carbon is a new Netflix TV series. It only has about 10 episodes. I'm about 7, 8 episodes in, and I'm like obsessed with it already. Has fantastic casting. Yeah, I love the actors they chose for the show. Definitely gets you hyped up and excited to watch it. I definitely love the special effects. They're awesome. I love what they're wearing too. So whoever they got to do the costumes is awesome. Sorry, once again, I need to move this camera here. Oh, the stupid light, right? Who likes that? Nobody likes that. Oh, see if I can mount that right there for a little bit here and talk. I know you guys probably wondering where's the camera because so I guess we'll pause that Altered Carbon. I did get a camera. Got it off of Wish. It's not a GoPro. It looks like a GoPro, but it's not a GoPro. Got it really cheap. The only thing I discovered when I got it in the mail today, no SD card. So I'm going to have to get an SD card for it. So until then, we just have a pretty looking camera. But hey, this thing will come in handy at Comic-Con and other places. Hopefully that'll be a fun experience to use. Yeah, this thing, $16, and it came with a bunch of other attachments too, so not bad. So hopefully we'll see how well the video footage is for $16, right? Also, a few other things real quick. I got off the Wish. Got this lovely Lord of the Rings. I don't know if you can see it there. See if the camera adjusts or not. Probably not. Let me see if I can make it adjust. Let's see. Can I make it adjust on there? No, I'm not going to make it adjust, apparently. Why does it look like it's freaking out now? You see that? That was weird. It's making some kind of weird electrics. That was weird. I don't know what that was. That was definitely a weird coincidence. Can you make it happen again? No, I don't think so. Weird. No, what I was trying to show you has the elven writing on it. It's supposed to be from Lord of the Rings. It's the One Ring to Rule Them All. This was actually free. You just paid the $2 for shipping. So basically you paid $2 for it. So kind of cool, I guess. And the other thing, stupid, but so remember everyone was freaking out over fidget spinners? I think those are the stupidest things. To this day, I still think fidget spinners are really just stupid. And it's funny because people, you could buy them. They were priced anywhere between $1 and $25. You see people spending $25 on these fucking fidget spinners. So stupid. However, I made a joke saying I would only buy a fidget spinner if they had a Genji throwing star. Sure enough, Wish had the Genji throwing star from Overwatch, and it's a fidget spinner. It was $2, and I paid another $1 for shipping. So took almost 2 months to get here, but hey, Genji throwing star fidget spinner. So kind of cool little thing. It's actually not bad. It's actually like real titanium, so that's kind of cool. Seems for the most part pretty durable, but it'd be really cool if these like glue in the dark or lit up for some reason, like LED lights or something. That'd be really dope. But either way, not bad off a Wish, right? Wow, Overwatch. They need to make a Genji pop. Hopefully one of these days they will. But okay, going back to Altered Carbon. The show starts off really confusing because it opens up with basically this couple in an apartment, and they're covered in blood, and they're washing it off in the shower. They have sex, and then all of a sudden, these badass military guys come in and just start mowing down the place. Well, as this happens, all of a sudden you see that this person who's in like a weird tube kind of thing, like he's in a weird Either way, he wakes up, and basically, the guy that was in the apartment that gets shot, he wakes up 250 years later in a new body. What they come to start telling us about is there's these things called stacks. They're these blue implants that they put in their neck. Essentially, you don't have to ever die. So as long as you don't ever ruin the chip or have trauma to the brain, you get hit or you get shot in the chest and you die, all you gotta do is rip out your memory stack out of your head and put it into a new body. They don't call them bodies. They actually call them, I like the name, they call them sleeves. And the whole purpose, it's kind of interesting because they go off the concept of snakes, because you shed your skin for a new one, which is kind of a unique concept because it really fits for the human race, because there's a lot of rich ass people who are just horrible, But either way, you find out this guy was something called an envoy, which turns out envoys were this rebel group fighting, basically freedom fighters kind of people, but apparently they were more than just they were more than just freedom fighters. They were like the best of the best kind of soldiers. Like, I guess people say if you were able to fight an envoy and live to talk about it, you were lucky. So, and supposedly in the past, 250 years ago, all the envoys were wiped out. So they all should be dead. So the craziness that this one is still alive. Apparently he's been in prison. They took his chip and they put him in prison. He's been serving an indefinite life sentence. However, some rich person who's been alive for about over 300 years, because he keeps, he doesn't have to die anymore. He can just keep getting new clones and new bodies. Apparently someone tried to murder him, but no one can figure out who tried killing him. Not even the police. So he thinks this envoy might be able to help track down his real killer. So he awakens him, offers him his freedom if he can find the murderer. So it's pretty entertaining. And the whole concept of the stack is really insanely kind of cool and weird. They go on and say that after a child's been alive for 1 year, they insert the stack into their neck. The concept for it, granted, if you're religious, you can opt out of being brought back, or as they call it, spin back up. But if you get killed by a hit and run drunk driver, you can get a second chance. Now there is some downsides to it though, because they show in the show right away, if you are not part of the 1%ers, the rich people up top, essentially you get whatever body is offered to you, and sometimes that's not the best. Like you see in the first episode, there's a 7-year-old that got killed in a hit and run, so the cops give her a free body, and the only body available is like a 45-year-old woman, old woman. So a 7-year-old has been put into a 45-year-old woman. So like so that sucks for her, and it goes on to show that the rich can kind of live on forever and control everything, because essentially if you never can die, you can make your dynasty live forever. You don't have to pass it down to someone and mess it up. You can own your dynasty and become the richest people alive. And a bunch of these rich people like have towers going so high they're above the clouds, and that's where they live, way up there. It has a really Matrix / Blade Runner feel to it, just because of how the place is set up. There is a slight bit of comedy in it. Like every show needs a little bit of comedy just to keep you going. Very bloody, I like it. Very, very gory, because a lot of shooting, a lot of blood going everywhere. The weapons are pretty badass. They're designed to be pretty cool looking. So kudos to that. Whoever did the choreography is pretty awesome, because there's some good gunfights in there. There is some cool, the music is awesome. Very, I don't want to say monochromatic, but, very Matrix vibe feel, you Blade, you feel like you're going to want to be wearing nothing but leather jackets and all that, and glasses and leather trench coats, and just, It's interesting. That's not what everyone's wearing. That's so not. The costumes in the show are even better because all the rich people dressed fancy, and then you have everyone else just wearing weird clothes and just yeah. My phone. The thing I was leaning my phone up just fell. Sorry guys. But it's a Netflix original series. If you're into the sci-fi style, I would definitely recommend it. It's kind of cool also because since they are able to transfer their memory into different like bodies, it's almost like if you watch Dark Matter, it's almost like Transfer Transit, which is kind of cool. Because in Transfer Transit, you can essentially transport your body into another, so or have revved up backup, and that's what some of the rich people do is they'll have backups saved, so if they die somewhere, they have a backup saved somewhere. It's pretty awesome. Like I said, I started this series probably just a few days ago, and I am already almost done with it. I don't know if I'm going to finish it tonight. I might, just knowing how much I like it so far. I'm going to give it a try. However, one thing I am debating on watching tonight, if you guys saw during the Super Bowl, the third Cloverfield installment came out on Netflix last night as well. So that's another thing I'm kind of like, I want to bite. I want to watch. I might do a review on that after I watch it. And if I do, it'll be a review of the Cloverfield movies. Those are kind of movies that are just, I think when the first one came out, it was good, but it sucked. However, the lore behind it that grew after, the fandom of all these ideas, because no one knew what it was even about. After watching Cloverfield, you don't even know what it's about. And there's so many ideas, aliens, Cthulhu, all these different ideas. So then a couple years ago, they made 10 Cloverfield Lane. And if you've actually watched that, that's an amazing movie with John Goodman. But this next installment looks amazing. And the fact that they're already working on a fourth installment to come out later this year is kind of crazy as well. So it's either going to go really bad really fast, or it's going to be amazing. I'm not sure. But we'll see how they do. We'll see what they change, what they make creative. But I will say they're going back to Altered Carbon. If you're a sci-fi fan, I highly recommend it. Give it a shot. It is fantastic. Great acting, great story, great sci-fi, great action. Awesome. I can't wait to watch some more. And otherwise, thank you for listening tonight, guys. And have yourself a fantastic night. Okay, guys? Take care. And as always, stay classy.